Good evening, Black Wolf here with Black Wolf Bees again with another video of our in-house or our enclosed apiary, growing apiary, our site 0, should we say. This is where I build all the colonies, raise them, monitor them, get them good, strong, and healthy, stuff food down their throat, make sure they got everything, make sure their queen is doing what she's doing, make sure everything's going on. These are all our feeders. Each feeder out there is a 32-ounce feeder. And there's roughly about 15. Yep, there's about 15 feeders out there. And here's a nice busy entrance right now. This is our beta hive right here. And it is just really busy today. She's really got them working the fields. Got a lot of nectar coming in, got some pollen coming in. I've been seeing a lot of cheesy poofs over the past few days. So something's popping, something yellow out there popping right now, and they're just taking massive advantage of it. But this here is our beta hive. This is my master hive. This is the hive that hosts everything. This is the inside view of it. When you're inside this building, it's all closed up for the day. You walk in here, there's not a single bee in sight. Go around and outside and look around, you see thousands of bees just working, coming and going. They're either out working the feeders or they're out working somebody's field. So basically, this is my master hive. This is my beta hive. All my hives are carniolans. I am currently beta testing a Saskatraz in here. We reached our goal of five host sites for the year. So now we're going to beta test a Saskatraz in our own and see how she does through the winter. I may keep her here in this, but I'm really thinking about sending her up into the mountains for our 6th host site. I have one more host, but his wife's kind of on the ropes about having bees out there. So he's got to sweet talk her into the whole thing. Then if it comes through to fruition, then that little micro nuke right there will be going out to his place along with the Saskatraz queen. And then I'll just take the carniolan that I've carried over. This little micro nuke here will be the daughter of my original carniolan. Basically all summer we split off of this, which is a carniolan honeybee hive, and split off for each host. Every time we get a host signed up, we'll sign up with a host. We seek out homeowners out on the outskirts of town, and we enter into an agreement that they will host a honeybee hive colony for no less than 3 years. We don't show up, drop them off, come back 90 days and move them. We don't want that. We want nice, calm, low stress honeybees. And what we do in the summer times, we'll go out and we harvest. 10% we give back to the homeowner, and thanks for just hosting the bees. Another 10% will then be donated to the local churches and soup kitchens, stuff like that. The rest we will sell off and try to roll over and replace equipment, get more equipment for new hosts, miscellaneous stuff, anything we may need, equipment to build them, paint, glues, actual boxes and frames. Well, basically what we'll do is when we get a host, I'll take about 2 or 3 frames out of this and I transfer them to what's called a cardboard nuke box here. They're non-expandable, they're just little cardboard insulated cardboard nukes. They hold 5 frames, and what I'll do is let it build up until their numbers get good and thick in here, and we get about 3, maybe 4 frames. Maybe they're working on the 4th frame, and then I'll take those out and I'll transfer them into the cardboard or into a wood nuke. This is a wood nuke. It's expandable, it's growable, meaning I can add more boxes on there and get them up bigger and taller. You see, I got quite a few boxes for these wooden nukes. These still are only for growing. These are not permanent homes for them. They only hold 5 frames also per box and per floor. once I get 2 boxes of those really good and growth, we got about 8, possibly 10 frames getting good and solid. Then I'll transfer them to their final colony house. And this is a 10 frame Langstroth hive. Consists of a landing board, the landing board stand, the landing board entrance, and a plenum. This is just a slatted rack box right here. It's about 1.5 inches thick. It helps to insulate it, so the queen and the colony can hang down lower when they start off in the winter, and then work their way up through all the boxes. Currently, we have, of course, my beta hive, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 communities set up for host sites that are complete self-sufficient laying queens. And then we have 2. One is my backup to replace the Saskatraz if I decide to pull her out and put her out on that host site. That's where this will go. She will go back. She will go in there and become my new master beta. This one back here is for site 6 in case my buddy up there in the mountains can sweet talk his wife into it. That's what Saskatraz would go into if I decide in the spring I don't like her and she's just not really tolerable of the our altitude. We're lower than the mountains, and that's what she'll go into. But as you can see, I'm running out of equipment. That's my biggest issue. I've fallen behind. Each one of these should have 3 white boxes, 3 yellow boxes, and then of course these vented Vivaldi boxes. These are feeder boxes slash venting boxes. Allows the community to help ventilate and regulate the internal temperature of the hive. Also allows me to put food in there in the top that they can also feed off of in the case of low honey run, or if there's a low pollen run right now, or we're in just a kind of a idle time where there's just no pollen and nothing out there to really be drawn on. We can stick food in there to just carry them through. But these girls really know how to make their honey, and they just pack it in there. So what I'm looking for is we need a little bit of help to get the equipment. We need more of these deep 10 frame deep brood boxes. We need the frames, we need lids, we need 2 more landing boards assemblies. Basically the whole entrance assembly is what I call it. I just call it an entrance assembly. It's 3 parts: the entrance, the stand landing board, and the Vivaldi board, or the plenum board. That's what I'll call it. And then of course later on down the road I do need to get some more of the honey boxes, the honey super mediums, or honey supers, what most people call them honey supers. Basically we need to pull together about $500 is what I need. I've fallen behind and I need about $500 so I can get 2 more hives built and ready for my last 2 communities, for site number 5 and site number 4. This one's going out to Host-A-Hive, right out there, right at the edge of the farmlands. These girls are just gonna love it. There's just miles, square mile upon mile upon square mile upon square mile of nothing but farmlands out there. So that's where we stand. We're just looking for some help with raising this last bit of money, so come springtime, boom, we can go out and we can start dropping all these hives on their new locations and their final destinations, and make everybody have some nice happy green yards and micro farms. Thank you for listening to my spiel.